Hello YouTube, this is Asatsu5, and if you're a subscriber, then you've probably just seen my comparison video between this and the cattle fit. I wanted to make the review separate, and so here it is. This is the review over the Strilder SMF Brown G10, and before I get started on the review, I want to get the stats out of the way, because those are not my opinions, those are facts. And you can pretty much find those anywhere, but I'm going to include them in this video. First off, the blade length is 3.9 inches. The overall length is 9 inches. Closed length is 5.2 inches. The cutting edge is 3.25 inches. The blade steel is CPM 154 with the toggle stripe coating. The handle is a textured brown G10, and the weight is 6.2 ounces. Sorry about that. Anyways, this is the knife, and what category do I put this knife in? To me, it's an EDC. It's a luxury EDC, and it costs about, well, $475 without shipping and handling. So it's a pretty pricey knife. It's a pricey EDC. It's not necessarily something that I would go to battle with. It is a tactical type knife, and I enjoy it. But I've used it. I've used it mostly for opening and breaking down boxes. I've used it to cut twine. If you ever been like to a retail store and you buy a grill and you want to tie the grill inside your truck to cinch it down, there's this plastic twine. It's really strong stuff. I've cut that. I've actually used this knife to the point of dulling it, and I re-sharpened it on the Spyderco sharp maker, and it got a razor's edge from the sharp maker from being a dead edge. And I was very happy with that. Something I did notice with this knife that me and my brother kind of played around with is when cutting cardboard, this is not the best knife for slicing up cardboard boxes. Due to its thick grind, it makes it for a heavy-duty knife, but not necessarily the best slicing knife. The knife is razor sharp, and for the most part I keep it razor sharp. But it still doesn't slice with the same efficiency as something, let's just say, like the Cold Steel Voyager, which is a thinner blade, full flat grind, and the steel is an AUS-8, so it's medium grade steel versus this premium steel, and the cheaper knife ended up slicing through cardboard boxes a little bit better than this one right here. So just keep that in mind. I still like the knife. I've been EDCing it for it seems like a few months now, and it's been an enjoyable knife to use. This is my first frame lock, and by the way, the frame is made out of titanium that's been heat treated to have that anodized look, or heat anodized to have that flame look. And the pocket clip is titanium. Look at the lockup. That's about, I want to say, 35 to 40% lockup. I've been using this knife quite a bit, but it hasn't really moved much. This is some pretty good material that they made the knife out of, and the frame hasn't really migrated too much towards the G10 side, so I'm pretty happy with that. Something I also noticed with this knife, the pure enjoyment of using it. It's such a smooth knife to get it out of your pocket, open it up. You can open up with your pointer finger right there because it's so smooth. It's buttery smooth, and yet it's still very smooth closing and retracting back into the pocket. So you pull it out of your pocket, you open, you cut, and you close the knife, put it back in your pocket. It's a very smooth transition, and I've really enjoyed that. That's why I'm not a big fan of slip joints, because it's not a smooth transition. You take the knife out of your pocket, which is a hassle at sometimes, because it's that most of them don't have a pocket clip. Then you have to use 2 hands to open it, 2 hands to close it. I really prefer these kinds of blades. Like I said, it's not so tactical that I would personally choose it as my ideal self-defense knife. I would not. To me, it's a tactical EDC, which I've referenced this in other videos. It's a EDC knife that can be put into that use, but it's not. It's primarily. I can't speak today, like I can ever speak. But it's not primarily. Excuse me, while I get my tongue together. It's not a purpose-built self-defense knife, in my opinion. Now, I'd like to apologize to you that I could not find out what SMF stands for or what S&G stands for. I've emailed Strilder 2 or 3 times, and they failed to get in touch with me. I asked them what SMF stand for, what S&G stand for, emailed them several times, and they never called back. So I'm sorry I don't have that information for you, but you know, I don't know what that says about their customer service. I never had to deal with their customer service because this is my first knife and I haven't had any issues with it. But I would hope that if you actually had some serious issues with your knife, that they will take care of you. Especially for this knife being $475. That's a lot of money to spend on a knife. And it's a lot of money for me. I had to think about it. And to tell you the truth, I would have never have gotten this knife if it wasn't for the counterfeit knife that I got my brother. I just like the feel of the knife. Not as a bushcraft knife. This is probably going to give you some hot spots as a bushcraft knife. But for as an EDC knife, I like the finger choil, I like the grip, and I like using it as an EDC knife. Something I also wanted to mention, that this G10 is a single piece of G10 that's been milled out. And the grooves or the jimping that they cut into the G10 is very sticky, very aggressive. It really catches your finger fat, and it is on there. It sticks. It's not going to move. So even in this reverse grip, which is I don't really see anybody using this knife in this fashion, but it's very strong in the hand. You're not going to slip when you're stabbing through whatever you're going to be stabbing through. And I just want to say that for those of you who like jimping, this is some really functioning jimping, and it's not crude in its design either. It's purpose-built jimping, and it works. I'm just going to say that and end it there. Again, this is the Strilder SMF luxury EDC knife, CPM 154, which is different from 154 CM. This is this is the higher grade version of 154 CM. It's CPM 154, which I don't understand metallurgy that much. I have a basic understanding of it. But basically, they're just realigning the metal particles, and it is supposed to improve the blade performance. That's it. I'm a Satsu 5. I hope you enjoy this review, and I hope y'all have a great day, and I'm out.